Just a reminder before today's programme that if you haven't checked out the first episode of our new podcast, you can still check it out here at AMTV with our first special guest, Philip Harkins. Please consider supporting us on Patreon. Your support helps keep AMTV running and the programmes you enjoy coming to your screens. For more information, visit patreon.com/Adam Martyn AMTV. And now, here on AMTV, it's that time of the week again. Your questions answered in the Sunday Catch-Up. The following programme is rated PG. AMTV recommends parental guidance. Hi there guys, it's Adam Martyn here, and welcome back to another instalment of the Sunday Catch-Up, episode 78. And before I get into your questions, just a few things to announce. Most importantly, we are now on the radio. Well, I say on the radio, we are now on the airwaves in the form of a podcast, AMTV Radio. Our first episode went out this week with my lovely special guest, Philip Harkins. Great guy, please check out his Twitter, his YouTube, makes some really great content. But that is available both to view on YouTube and also available to listen to on Spotify, which is really exciting. So if you go on Spotify and you type in AMTV Radio, you'll be able to see it there, and all episodes will be uploaded to Spotify and YouTube every single week. I've got a few guests lined up, I've already done a few recordings. It's going to be a good show. So please go and support AMTV Radio, that would mean a lot to me. So yeah, the more you guys can support it, the better it'll be. And just to reiterate from last week, in terms of questioning, so Patreons who left their questions will get their questions answered first, and also patrons can ask up to 5 questions instead of 3, so I'll answer theirs first, and then I will go to the YouTube comment section. But like I said last week, in terms of the YouTube comments, it will only be the first 30 questions, and I should have worded it better. I mean the first 30 comments from people. You can still ask 3 questions, but it will be the first 30 comments, so I will be keeping track. So let's get into your questions. So starting off with our patrons, there was only one patron who decided to leave questions. Our patron left questions, so that was the Gerkuman, who said, "Do you have any fillings, or have you been sensible with your teeth, unlike me?" Well, I have had fillings before, yeah, mainly when I was a kid. I have had 3 teeth removed when I was about 7 or 8. So I've gotten better with my teeth, but I've had my fair share of fillings. And 2, do you think there'll be a Doctor episode in the future that will have one of the Daleks saying their immortal line from the gay Daleks, which is, "You vicious old queen"? I would be very surprised if that made it into actual Doctor Who. I don't think it will, but that would be pretty funny. And 3, it seems the backlash to 80s Who script editor Eric Saward is receiving its own backlash. What do you think of his work for the show? Do you know what? I actually like Eric Saward's work. I know a lot of people associate it with the show getting a bit darker and a lot of character deaths. Eric Saward, for those who don't know, penned episodes like Earthshock, Resurrection and Revelation of the Daleks, amongst others, probably Attack of the Cybermen as well. So yeah, to be honest, I quite like Eric's work. Did you know that some of the Now albums have been made into user playlists on Spotify but seem to be missing half the tracks due to laziness? Yeah, I have noticed that. That's why I prefer just getting the CDs, because then you're actually getting the track list in order and they're not being half-assed about it. And 5, are you a fan of the Oddworld series, as it's one of your favourite franchises? I must admit, I've never played Oddworld. I have been aware of it, but I've never actually played it. I think it started on the PS1, did it not? I mean, is it a series you'd recommend that I'd like? And now we're moving on to the YouTube comments. So first 30 comments. So comment 1, DJF Vlog says Netflix or YouTube? YouTube, always. 2, favourite Now Dance album. So far it's been like Now Dance, oh what did I say? It was like 94, like 92 is a good contender as well. And McDonald's, Burger King or KFC. If I had to pick, it's definitely going to be McDonald's. Comment 2, NFL Fan 65. Did you watch BBC 4? I watch it occasionally, not as much as I probably should, but I enjoy the more like documentary style content on there. And you're going to review Now 107. Well, Now 107 is probably going to come out at the end of this year, so yeah, I'll review it when it's out. Comment 3, Joseph Adam says, do you know Shane Rimmer was in The Persuaders and The Spy Who Loved Me? I didn't know that. Shane Rimmer I mainly know as the voice of Scott Tracy in Thunderbirds, at least I'm pretty sure that's what I know him for. And 3, did you know the Ninth Doctor is back in audio CDs? Yes, I did know that. I did a whole video as part of Doctor Who news on it, so go and check that out. Comment 4, Robtastic Productions. Did you ever watch Peter Kay's Car Share? No, I did not, and a lot of people recommended it to me, so I should probably give it a go. And what's your view of 2020 so far? Awful. Comment 5, Scented Candles 123. Pizza Hut or Pizza Express? Pizza Express, I think. 2, seeing as your jumper looks like an IKEA uniform, will you ever visit Sweden? Well, I have visited Sweden once when I was about 9, but I'd actually love to go again once the pandemic is over. And what MacBook do you have? Oh, this thing? I don't know, I'm not good on tech specs. I think it's ancient, it's like over 10 years old, I think, but it does the job for now. Comment 6, FP YouTube says, do you like fish and chips? Yeah, not my favourite thing, but I could go for it. And 2, your most favourite series ever made on your channel? Probably The Brief History, just for how much fun I enjoy when I put the time and effort into making them, as long as they are. Comment 7, The Original Being says, what are your thoughts on the band Blondie? I really enjoy Blondie, mainly like a few specific albums, so like the Eat to the Beat album and the, what was it, Automatic, is it just called Automatic? No, Auto American, I think that's what it's called. And have you seen any of the other shows that were created by Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat? Well, with RTD I've seen like the Cucumber series, I really enjoyed that, but I haven't seen much else of Moffat's work. I do need to watch like Sherlock and Dracula. Comment 8, how are you after your break? Much better, thank you, The Unexpected, who asked the question. Yeah, I feel much better, feel much more refreshed, ready to make more content for you lot. And 2, will you be adding other AMTV idents in your videos? Well, I've already added a different one for the AMTV Radio, which was designed by The Swede, so thank you very much for that, man. But yeah, maybe as videos go on, there'll be more AMTV idents. Comment 9 from Waffles YTP says, do you like YouTube poop? Yeah, it's fun. I don't watch it as much anymore, but certainly when I was like first on YouTube, that was great content to watch. And 2, what's your favourite video you've ever made? Ooh, isn't that a question? I mean, I am quite proud of the 10k subscriber special that I did, although a close second would probably be the CFAX video on Brief History. Really enjoyed that one. Comment 10 from VHS Artifacts says, do you prefer KFC or McDonald's? McDonald's, man. Do you prefer 90s or 2000s TV shows? Probably 2000s, because that was like the era I really grew up in. I was only around the last half of 96. And 3, Rugrats or Hey Arnold? Rugrats. Rugrats all the time. Comment 11 from V of Doom 1994 says, what is your favourite South America ident? I'm not really aware, mate, of the South American idents, so I'll have to check some of those out. 2, what is your favourite food? That's spaghetti bolognese. And 3, what is your favourite movie ident? Like a movie company? I mean, 20th Century Fox, it's not going to be called that anymore, but that studio is, I mean, iconic logo, instantly memeable as well. Comment 12 from Anonymous says, how much do you know about Singapore? The only thing I know about it is the Grand Prix is held at Marina Bay. Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful place to visit. I don't know much about its history, I probably should, only that it gained its independence, I think, in 1965, but really gorgeous place. I'd highly recommend it if anyone's never been. Really lovely place to visit. Comment 13 from Media Lover says, AVGN or Bored James? AVGN, absolutely. That's one of the main things that got me on the internet. 2, Dennis the Menace or Bart Simpson? Bart Simpson. Bart Simpson any day. And if you could be cast in Doctor Who, what role would you like? I am aspiring to be producer of the show. I could give it to you. If you are a producer, please give me a role in Doctor Who. I mean, I'd love to play the Doctor one day. I'd love to be an incarnation of the Doctor at some point. I mean, you know, the chances are slim, but you've got to live in hope and hope that, you know, you can achieve your dreams if you work hard enough. Comment 14 from EMP, Everything Mario Pro says, Windows or Mac OS? Well, I've gone Mac, and I must say, once you go Mac, you don't go back. And what do you think of the logo community on YouTube? I think it's nice that it thrives, that there's a lot of people making their own logos and a lot of people archiving logos and keeping like the memory of them alive. I think it's a great community. And Galaxy or Cadbury or Aero? Well, probably Galaxy, to be honest, the true classic. Comment 15, Andrew Hardy says, do you like Looney Tunes? Yeah, classic. I think I prefer the Disney stuff, but yeah, Looney Tunes I love. And 2, BBC, ITV or Channel 4? It's got to be the BBC, I'm afraid. Comment 16 from Stephen Bruce, what tracks like See Now 100 Hits Dance come out? Oh, what tracks are going to be on there? I can't remember if the track list has already been unveiled. I just hope it's a mix. Like, I don't want it to be just like dance songs of the last 10 years. I want it to include 80s stuff, 90s stuff, like some really true dance classics. And what should come from the next... Oh, what should the next Now 100 Hits be? Well, aside from dance, still waiting on that like Forgotten Noughties album, man. Forgotten Noughties would be a great album. Comment 17 from Carl Wright says, do you shop at Iceland? No, I don't. That's why mums go to Iceland. 2, have you ever stayed in a caravan? I have, and it's not as bad as people make out. It was only for about a week, but I enjoyed it, all told. And 3, have you seen the movies Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2? No, I haven't. Those movies don't really appeal to me, quite frankly, like Adam Sandler movies. I'm not saying he's a bad actor, but no, a lot of those movies I pass on. Comment 18 from insert channel name here. Okay, buddy, what do you think of Wilkins coffee? Well, I've never tried it. I know on your channel you do a lot of archiving of Wilkins coffee, and to be honest, I'd love to actually make an after these messages on some of those ads. So, yeah, that might be coming in the future. Comment 19 from Richard Kalman. Sorry if I've pronounced that incorrectly. I noticed the accents there, so I probably have. I do apologise. What countries have you been to? I've been lucky to go to several. I've been to Australia, Singapore, China, Hong Kong, Portugal, Spain, America, Germany, France, Belgium. I've been lucky to visit a lot of countries in my life so far. There's still places I'd love to go to. I'd love to go to Hungary. I'd love to go to Norway. I'd love to go to Iceland. Comment 20 from Delight MSP says, what do you think of football? Do you like Karamic and are you ISIL? Right. I don't mind football. I don't know what Karamic is. And I don't think I'm ISIL. Comment 21 from Ribbalai says, have you heard of Johnny Vegas? Yeah, of course I have. Everyone in Yorkshire's heard of Johnny Vegas. What happened to your Thomas the Tank Engine VHS tapes from your childhood? I think they ended up to a charity shop, to be honest. I think when we converted to DVD, and obviously I was a bit older then, so we just gave them away. And how come you keep locating to different places during the Sunday catch-up? Do you live in a mansion or something? I certainly don't live in a mansion. It's just the place where I record has a lot of different recording opportunities, like various different, backgrounds and stuff. So I'm just trying this one out. I actually quite like this one, the sort of almost like a news desk thing. I need to put more things in the background on these two pinboards behind me, but I think this might be the location for the time being. Comment 22 from Isaac Stairs. What's your favourite sandwich filling? That's probably either cheese and ham. I used to really love cream cheese though. And what's your favourite logo ever? I don't really have probably some of the iterations of the Doctor Who logo, but I've never deduced a favourite logo, so to speak. Comment 23 from Dr. Floyd 03 Productions says, you getting Fury from the Deep when it comes out? Yes, I am. It's already been pre-ordered. And 2, have you seen the documentary Stanley Kubrick, A Life in Pictures and Oh Lucky Malcolm? Haven't seen Oh Lucky Malcolm. The Stanley Kubrick one, I do own it because it's a DVD extra on a Stanley Kubrick box set I own. I just haven't watched it yet. And have you seen the movie Barry Lyndon? No. Any good? Comment 24 from Con the Corgi Connoisseur. That was a great list of C's there. Have you heard about them bringing back analogue in Orkney because people in the remote islands cannot receive digital and have not watched telly since the switchover? Is that true? But the switchover, at least here, was like 8 years ago. So you're telling me people in Orkney haven't had TV for 8 years? Oh, well, if analog's coming back to them, fair play. They've got to have their TV. And 2, chocolate question, roses or celebrations? Celebrations. Yeah, celebrations. And please do review on BBC X Cars, the police programmes from the early 90s. I know Z Cars from the 60s. Never heard of X Cars. Was that a thing? Was that like a sequel show? Comment 25 from Doctor Who fan. Thoughts on Doctor Who season 25? Excellent season. Second one from McCoy. Remembrance of the Daleks is a contender for my favourite classic story ever. The Happiness Patrol is much better than people think. Go and rewatch it. You'll see what I mean. Silver Nemesis, a bit wonky, but really good fun still. And The Greatest Show in the Galaxy, yeah, great for suspense, absolutely. 2, favourite Big Finish audio. Well, I haven't listened to that many, although I have listened to Jubilee, the 2003 audio that inspired Dalek a few years later, and that was fantastic. And 3, favourite Doctor Who book. Well, I haven't read any of the original novels, both classic and modern, but I've read a lot of Target ones. I'm actually really enjoying the Daleks Master Plan, which was split into 2 books, but they're really well written and very dramatic and quite powerful in some cases. Comment 26 from the Cal John 1. Have you ever listened to the songs by Eartha Kitt? I've heard some of her stuff, but I need to listen to more. I saw a collection once on vinyl, but I passed on it. 2, do you like fig rolls? I've never really had any. I need to try one. And thoughts on the Now 55 artwork? That's the really orangey summary one. Too much orange. Way too much orange for me. Comment 27, Jordan Howell says, would it be good if there was a Danger Mouse and Super Ted crossover someday? For that style, that would be really, really cool. I don't know if it's owned by the same people, but that would be great. I hope they do that at some point, actually. Comment 28 from Jacob Furrier says, did you know that I'm Polish and British? No, I didn't, but cool that it's half and half, man. What's 14 plus 14 minus 14 star 14? I can't remember what the star means. Quick math, so 14 add 14 is 28, take 14 is 14, but what does the star mean? I can't remember what the star means. 0. The answer's always 0. And Leeds or Liverpool? Liverpool. Always, always, always Liverpool. Comment 29 from Paul Kelly. What is your favourite Doctor Who title and theme. My favourite theme tune is actually the McCoy era one from the late 80s. I know a lot of people don't like it, but because I think it is so different and so expanded from the original Ron Grainer, Delia Derbyshire version, that's why I really like it. Favourite title sequence? The McCoy era is a high contender, but I'll always love like the Eccleston-Tennant titles too. And comment 30, which is from Max Jackson, who says, did you watch Arthur on CBBC as a kid? Yeah, it was on like every day after school, come home, watch a bit of Arthur. He-Man or Danny Phantom? I have more of an identification with Danny Phantom with what I watched, so I'm going to say that. And have you ever watched the Toy Story spin-off show Buzz Lightyear of Star Command? Yes, I loved like the pilot movie. I had the game for PlayStation 1 and PC. And I watched the show when it was on. There's not like an official DVD release, is there? I'd love to like watch the whole series again, but yeah, I love that show. And that is 30 comments that contain questions. I should have said it at the beginning, but if you've just written a statement or anything that isn't a question, I'm not going to count it. But that is 30 comments that contain questions. So to everyone above that, I'm really sorry I haven't answered it. But please check the last Sunday catch-up for reference. What I said was I never wanted these videos to be like 25, 30 minutes long as they've become. And I feel, you know, if questions keep coming, if it becomes like 100 questions per video, that's going to get ridiculous. So it's the first 30, so if you want your best chance of having your questions answered, best to tune into the Sunday catch-up soon after it debuts at 8 PM every Sunday and leave your questions. But that is all of them for this instalment of the Sunday catch-up. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave your questions down below in the comments. Remember, the first 30 comments that contain questions will be answered next week. Please do keep supporting the channel as you do. You know, you've got more Ident review extras coming, now review, some new stuff as well, maybe some more Doctor Who news, Weird Who, etc. And of course, a new episode of AMTV Radio, which is already done, recorded. That'll either be out Friday or Saturday. Keep an eye on the community tab or the Discord server or on Twitter. I'm using Twitter a lot more. Follow me at Adam Martin Actor on Twitter. But that is all for this instalment of the Sunday catch-up. And until the next one, I will see you guys next time. This program has been brought to you in part by our producer and director patrons. With your support, you help keep AMTV running and the programs coming to your screens. Thank you. And that does bring us to the end of another evening here on AMTV. We hope you enjoyed the program, and we hope to see you next time. Good night.